Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Albert from Thomvivor, also known as Andres from our TVG. So I decided that I'm gonna be recording my opening statement instead of typing it out because I was noticing that my opening statement is pretty long, and I know that a lot of people are gonna too long didn't read it. So it's just gonna save both of us time if I just record it. So first off, I just want to say thank you so much to Tom for hosting this game once again. I've been playing Thomvivor since I was 15, and it's definitely like my favorite RTVG Survivor game. And I'm glad that it's still around. So the way I'm gonna format my opening statement is I'm gonna name the five facts as to why I believe that I'm the sole survivor of our Thomvivor, and why I feel like outwitted, outplayed, and outlast the other two finalists. So reason number one, so I got zero valid votes cast against me throughout the entire season, and that's not an easy thing to do. And the reason why I feel like I got zero votes cast against me is because of my allies. I did get three votes in the final six, but because of the fact that Filler gave me his idol, they didn't count. And throughout the game, I had allies that were either bigger threats than me, or I just had a plan that worked. So I never had to worry about getting votes. On number two, I definitely feel like I played the cleanest game out of the two people sitting next to me. Filler, I know there's a lot of tension going on between him, because he was flip flopping a lot. As far as Drew goes, at the beginning of the merge, Drew told me that the only person that he was willing to vote out was Max. Then he ended up voting out Iman with my alliance. Next round came and he voted out Amber with the others. And then next round came, he voted out Pedro. I mean, I feel like it's easier to play a game where you just have to backstab and lie to people than one where you have to be loyal to your allies. And it's not easy to play a clean game and make it all the way to the end. And I'm not saying that I played a completely clean game, but I definitely feel like I played a game that's I was more loyal than the two others. As far as the third one, I definitely feel like I won challenges when I needed to. Um, People want to say that Drew won more individual mini challenges than I did, but at the end of the day, when you had to win the big ones, Drew wasn't able to pull through. I was. Because of that, I was not able to get voted out since I believe it was the final seven. I know it was the fast forward of the double travel council. Filler gave me his idol the next round, so I couldn't get voted out, and then I won the next community challenges. So I was final three after that. Number four, a lot of people know that I was in 6% alliance with Spencer, Colin, LJ, and David, and Dirty ER. It ended up crumbling pre-merge because Dirty ER ended up flipping on us. I started off the merge literally with zero close allies. The only people that I was aligned with at that point were Iron, Amber, and Filler. And although those were my allies, they were not people that I was consistently talking to. So I kind of had to sneak my way into like their plans. Amber and Iron, they immediately trusted me as I trusted them. And Filler, same thing goes for him. So because of that, I had three strong allies that I knew I could count on. I approached Drew and convinced him at the beginning of the merge as to why voting me out isn't good for his game. And because of that, he went from considering voting me at the beginning of the merge to voting out Max. And I got the idea in his head that he needed to be voting out Max, not me. And it wasn't easy to get from starting the merge with zero close allies to making the final three. Like I definitely feel that I had to start off as a clean slate because there were people that already had their tight allies. Drew had Dirty ER and he had Filler. I didn't have those connections that he had. I kind of had to start over. So I feel like my social game was pretty good. I had always people that had my back. I felt in and out of the majority plenty of times. Um, and when I was out of the majority, I still, wasn't voted out. So, that speaks volumes. Um, and then my last point, I don't want to make this too long. At the last two tribal councils, I really do believe that I'm the reason why Drew and Filler both made well, not why they made the final three, but I really do believe that this final three wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for me. So in final five, tribal council, the vote was between Drew and Max. Um, so Filler wasn't sure what he was going to do, and at one point it really did seem like Filler was about to be voting out Max. I mean, voting out Drew. Drew was telling me that even Filler was like not really responding to him or whatever. And then when I talked to Filler about it, he was just telling me, what Max is saying in the thread. He makes some good points, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be responding to this post, so just read what I have to say before you make your vote. And then I truly do believe that what I said in the thread is what caused Filler to ended up siding with us. Um, and then the next round, it was between Drew or Icing. Um, and at first, in the beginning of the round, I thought that he was gonna for sure vote Icing. Turns out that Filler was really close to quitting. I had to convince him not to quit and to vote out Icing. And he ended up doing it. Drew was telling me that he was talking to Filler in both round fives and final five and final four, trying to convince him not to vote him out, but that he wasn't budging. Filler told me and not Drew. He was like, I'll vote Icing out then. So I feel like I was able to get the job done and not him. And had I not spoken up, there might have been a chance that Drew wouldn't have been here. And have I not told Filler not to quit, there was a chance that he wouldn't be here either. So I feel like I never really needed to count on somebody to defend me. Never needed to count on somebody to like speak for me as far as that goes. While Drew, he had to kind of rely on me for that. So this video is already 7 minutes long, so I just want to end it here. I know that the jury has a lot to say, and if you have any concerns about my game, go ahead and drag me for it. I'm not scared. I'm here. And that's what Final Tribal Council is about. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be waiting for your questions.